You're live. We're live. Isn't that fabulous? I have a little tripod for the iPhone. Getting a very high class. Good evening, everyone. Me and my Facebook friends were outside applauding the first responders here in New York. I would do it on YouTube, except YouTube says you don't have enough subscribers. And I have 3,000 subscribers for my songs, but somehow it's not registering with them. So what are you going to do? Just hit my fingers on the bass. Looking at me. Anybody home at YouTube yet? Any of you cats? If anybody needs to know what this trophy is about, I'll be happy to tell them. But most of you know already. Looking forward to some sanity and musical relief from that White House. Oh, you don't watch White House briefings. That's one little. It's really good for you, not to watch White House briefings, unless you're really, unless you're really dedicated. I can't watch them. I'll read about it. I've been watching enough of them, and they irritate me so that I can't watch them anymore. I thought, no, Val, the applause was not for me. It was for the first responders. Thank you. I know you think I'm wonderful. I was walking the street, and my sister thought the applause was for me. Actually, no, it's not. Okay, I switched over here. That award won. Good, Doug. Will you just look? Because that's I posed for that. I told you I posed for that. And well, it got certain secrets in the uniform. And as I say, holding the star was the hard part because the star is very heavy. And they had to sculpt. It took 3 days to sculpt it. And I stood right there for 3 days. It's my 1997 jazz instrumentalist singer, J. Leonhart, Manhattan Association of Cabarets. I've won other awards, but this one stands out because it almost looks like an Oscar, doesn't it? Oh, I'm sorry, Facebookers. I was neglecting you. Somebody says he uses the mute button on my remote when someone at the speeches comes on to speak. I'm doing my best not to turn this into a political forum, because then I'll get in trouble. But you all can. You all go right ahead. I'm just going to stay hopelessly neutral, which I am not. Paul Pizzuti. Pizzuti, you're watching. Show it to us. Oh, I'm sorry. Val, did you see it? I modeled for that. I modeled for it. My sister needed to see it. I modeled for it. It's really quite a trophy. Thank you very much. And I'm here, and so are you. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. I can always use that assurance to know that I'm still here. I have a little surprise for you guys. I wrote out 3 different songs, and I can put them right on the screen. And I had a request last night from somebody, I don't remember who it's from, to sing Grady's in an Earthquake. It was a song that I wrote. I was at the Blue Note. We were at the Blue Note brunch. Grady comes in late and says, "Oh man, he just got in from Japan. It was telling us he was in an earthquake." And it was about a half an hour before we went on, and I started writing. And I wrote the following selection, which I will now space properly. This is tricky now, getting these lyrics in front of myself. Okay. Yeah, here, that's good key. Well, I may have to move YouTube a little bit. I mean, Facebook a little bit, because I can't read. You're blocking me, man. There you go. So Grady walked into the Blue Note and was telling us all about how much trouble he'd had in Japan because he'd been in an earthquake. It was terrible. So I wrote the following selection, and we did it that afternoon for the people. Oh, it's blocking your view. I'm sorry. It's on an album called The Double Cross, available wherever you buy fine music. Grady Tate is in a bathtub in a great big hotel in Japan. Grady's in a bathtub in the Hilton Hotel in Japan. When suddenly the water starts sloshing around like sauce in a saucepan. I meant to say sloshing around. Grady's in an earthquake and the building starts a death-defying sway. Grady's in an earthquake and his face is turning ashen gray. Grady's in a... Oops! The damn thing turned up. Grady's in an earthquake and he knows that this will be his judgment day. I gotta make more time on the sleep on the screen. Yes, Grady's in an earthquake, so he climbs out of the tub to look around. Oh, the building, it is swaying and the beams are making one god-awful sound. Soon Grady is so certain he'll be crashing 18 stories to the ground, to the ground, to the ground, to the ground. Yes, Grady's in an earthquake. Grady's in an earthquake. Grady's in an earthquake. Grady's in an earthquake. Yes, yes, Grady. Oh my, Grady's in an earthquake, and he knows he's going to soon hear the trumpets call. Oh Lord, I'm ready. But poor Grady's thinking what would happen if he should survive the fall. 'Cause he knows he will be walking through the streets, not wearing anything at all. Poor Grady. Grady's in an earthquake and the building's in a death-defying sway. Grady's in an earthquake, so he kneels down and starts to pray. Sweet Jesus, help me find my clothes. I don't want to be undressed on Judgment Day. Judgment Day. Help me find my clothes, 'cause I don't want to be undressed on Judgment Day. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Grady's in an earthquake. 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 Wow. I have to sit down. And that's the first time I have performed that song since about 1987. That would be 33 years, wouldn't it? Yes, that would be. Let me get Grady out of the way. Let me see let me put Grady back into his there. Oh dear me. Look at that scene. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'd apologize. What if I try to put it over here, put you guys over to the left of the stand? I'm going to try that, see if I can make that work. So therefore, YouTube is there, and you guys are over there. This stuff isn't easy. It isn't easy being an internet mogul, making so much money off this. I can't stand it. Brent Jensen, I'm dancing to Grady. I'm sure you are. My sister always used to grant Valerie's. You see Valerie, she always used to dance when we played because she wanted to be in the show. And she's in the show now. She's in the show. The Mac Award is bipartisan. I don't know. He who shall not be named. That's very good. That Mac work is by. Now, why do you say that, Doug? Let me see, Doug, you're on Facebook. Why do you say, why is he bipartisan? He's a fine, he's, look at him, he's holding a star. What, let me see if I can make it shine right in your face. There you go. True enough. I think maybe more bisexual and bipartisan, says Janine Frank. Well, now we didn't have to go there, but I've been thinking that all along. But that's why I enjoy it, because it's so much fun. It's so scandalous. Maybe more bi-valve, thank you. Hi, Jay, my little wish would be the German Shepherd, rather this song than the current one about your great chief strategist and the German bank. I don't have any song about the German bank, do I? Jan Greenfield, hi, Jay. Silvertip, internet mogul, thank you. That's me. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Okay, I'm putting the Roscoe back here. You be good. And don't be upset. They were talking about you. They were just, it's all right. It's really okay. It's just fine. We're a equal opportunity unemployer. We don't employ everyone. So you just take it easy. You be happy. I know what I have to do. I have to go into my system preferences on the computer and tell it to please stop saving the screen. Desktop screensaver. No, that's not it. When does it stop? What do you do to make it? Because right in the middle of what I was doing, it decided to turn off, and therefore I lost everything. So displays, cable TV, what is it? Desktop general spotlight extension. Let's try displays. Brightness, color display, airplane. No, that's not it. What would it be? Excuse me, folks. Desktop and screensaver, dock, mission control, language, security, memory, spotlight, notifications, CDs, displays, energy saver. That's right. Computer to sleep. Energy saver. That's me. Computer to sleep in 10 minutes. Well, I'm going to say 3 hours for now. Displacing. Your computer may use, I know it'll use more energy with these settings, but please. Display sleep. Let's say 1 hour. So yes, it's okay. It's okay. Well, I'll put it back. Okay, so now I don't have to worry that it's going to go to sleep on me when nobody's dancing around. There's just lyrics sitting up there. How's everybody tonight? I'm Pat Senator. Hey, Pat, how are you? How's everything out there? Look at you, Pat Senator. That's very nice. I'm watching you all. Tanisha Bennett. Very nice. Pat Senator, very nice. Muslim. Link McPhillips, Brent Jensen. Christopher Smith. Were you there for your tribute, Chris? Chris Smith, who some of you on YouTube can see, or Facebook can see, is like a chief in the New Jersey State Police, and he does a lot of first responding. and we're concerned about him. But that applause is for him and his friends and all of his pals on the New Jersey State Police, because they're not having it so easy right now. It's just as bad out there as it is here. Okay, fine. I'm doing another request. My beloved agent out in California. Let me see if I can just get that, smooth that out. There it goes. Look at that. Oh, I'm getting good. Excuse me for a second. I wrote this song and she likes it. I don't know why she likes it so much. I mean, I'm not questioning Janine, but it was a big deal during who was it who said it? I think it was George Bush. I wrote this song during it, but the song's self-explanatory. Oops, I put the first half of the wrong song up. Excuse me. So proud of myself, I did it wrong. Come to join us. This is nuclear. Where the hell did it go? Oh, nuclear, page 1. Oh, there it is. I got it. This is another song I haven't sung in a while. I rarely sing it. Yes. At first, I thought I knew what I was doing. Then I found out I was wrong. In spite of what I thought was right, the world has shown me otherwise, and so I had to write this little song. Where you say, I always thought the word was nuclear, as a nuclear power, nuclear generation. But now I find the word is really nuclear. Nuclear is the proper pronunciation. Yes, it's nuclear, N-U-K-U-L-A-R. Say it, and you'll quickly come to love it. Nuclear, N-U-K-U-L-A-R. Show the world we're stupid and proud of it. Yes, 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 yes. Nuclear has 2 U sounds that roll right off the tongue. Nuclear, it's macho, it's athletic. While nuclear is feminine, it's weak, it's far too gentle. Nuclear, it's passive, it's pathetic. And nuclear is hard to say, sounds suspiciously like French. It's just too meek and humble. While nuclear is powerful, it has a certain je ne sais quoi that says it's rough and ready to rumble. Yes, it's je ne sais pas, not je ne sais quoi, je ne sais pas. Oh, you stop anyway. You're not supposed to do that. It's terrible what he just did. Yes, it's nuclear. And while it may seem peculiar, now I say it with no fear. Though how the pronunciation went from nuclear to nuclear still remains uncular. Okay, I guess I'm being nasty, being ugly, only getting ugular. But with the dumbing down of America today, I feel the urge to go right for the jugular. Jugular. I said it wrong. I wrote it wrong. I feel the urge to go jugular. That's what I meant. I feel the urge to go right for the jugular. I actually wrote it right in today's book. Terrible. Yes, it's nuclear. That's the way you say it. Any other way is just too taxing. Is that better? A nuclear, it rolls right off the tongue. With nuclear, the uvula's relaxing. Yes, it's nuclear, N-U-K-U-L-A-R. Say it. You quickly come to love it. Nuclear, nuclear, N-U-K-U-L-E-R. Show the world we're stupid. I mean, really, really stupid. Show the world we're stupid and proud of it. Wow. Oh, well. Okay, perhaps I'm being nasty, being ugly, and only getting uglier. But with the dumbing down of America today, I feel the urge to go right for the juggler. Juggler. Now, some of you may be saying, what was that word you used? The uvula. The uvula is the cute little thing that hangs down in the back of your mouth. I don't know what its purpose is. I'm sure it has some very, very fine purpose. Otherwise, it would have been long gone. Look, juggler. But you'll find when you say nuclear, the jugular, the uvula doesn't have to go one, but nuclear, it uses the whole mouth in the back of it. So it was actually a pretty good joke. I have to give myself credit, and I always do. Juggler. I'm not one to give to fail to give myself credit. Bop, bop, bop. Okay. Juggler. It's there now. It's correct. Save. Goodbye. But why did that damn thing go to sleep so quick? It's annoying me. It went to sleep right in the middle of the song. Now, what did we say it was? Energy saver. Come on. Start on restore default schedule. Put hard disks to sleep when possible. On. No, that's not right. Restore defaults. No, don't restore. Computer sleep. 1 minute, 15 to 1 hour. Come on, you. Wake up. 1 hour. 1 hour. This computer needs to start it. I need to stop this computer and turn it off and turn it on. I haven't rebooted this computer in too long now. It's starting to get a little nuts. It's getting a little crazy. It's reacting like, oh man, oh wow, man. Schedule. Wake up. No. Forget the schedule. This song has a sad reverence. Hi, Jay. Jay is by. He's on the right on YouTube and left on. Oh, Doug, you're getting very clever in your old age. Jay is by. He's on YouTube on the right, and you'll note, you YouTubers, that I still manage to play the bass superbly left-handed, and I never ever tried to, but I play, and that's Facebookers. Gail Cantor, hey Jay, enjoying it. Christopher Smith, sounding awesome. That's me. What's wrong with that camera? I've got to readjust my cameras tomorrow. I'm going to have a camera. What do they do it? They must have some word for that in television studios when they figure out the cameras, because I've got to get my crew in here and figure it out. And you're going to help. I don't care what you are. You're going to help. Okay, good. You shouldn't do that to a Steinway, but it's the desk. It's not the. If I could play my songs using piano, I would, but then I'd have to set up all differently. I can play a few of them a little bit. I write them and then I never play them again on piano. I was looking in the paper today, and there's a couple of houses for sale in Alpine. You know, I'd like a nice house in Alpine. And one of them had, they're mansions, huge. One of them was 32 million, the other was 21 million. I figured, well, if I just took like all those cheap little gigs, like the $100 gigs you play every week, you play a bunch of them, say 3 a week, and put that money aside. Just don't spend it, don't use it. Just put it into a coffee can. And I figured out the $21,000 home would take 700,000 weeks of $3 of $3 of $300 a week would take 700,000, or was it 70,000 weeks. And I just don't have the time. I can't make my plans on that basis. So I'm going to have to give up both houses in Alpine, but they were beauties. And I suspect one of them may have been Eddie Murphy's mansion, because it had a TV thing in it and a film shoot and a studio and everything. You know, I mean, they're both incredible houses. Get the New York Times and look in the real estate today. Yikes. I mean, what is the tax on a $21 million home? 5%? That's like, what? 25% of 20 million is a million? Is that a million? Probably is. $1 million a year taxes. I'm not buying it. It's too expensive. The song has a sad relevance now. Well, you know, I wrote a song once. At times I really start to miss Tricky Dicky Nixon. And it was true. And he was not exactly my favorite. All right, let's get back to the ordering. Oh, guess what I found today? My wife actually found it. The original metronome that used to sit on this piano when we were kids. So I just thought no, that's not good. It's got to be even. Even. There you go. Isn't that nice? So we can all talk with the time of the metronome, and we can get da 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 da. No, it's still going da 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 da. No, it's even. No. Now that's even. It has to be on a slight tilt. And I grew up playing with that metronome, and I always knew it was going to. It is. It's going and that's why I became a jazz musician. Because this metronome forced me to do that. See, it's not going da da. It's going. All right, you'll have to be quiet. But I love you, metronome. You've come a long way, and what did I play? Huh? And you thought I just played the bass. There was a. That's not it. Do da da dee da. Do da da do dee do da da do. Da 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 da. It had a terrible name to it. It had the most awful name to it. But I grew up in Baltimore, and in the 40s, and things were pretty racist then. I mean, just overtly, screamingly racist. Nobody cared. Nobody did anything. I should write about that. I should write about the progress that I've seen in Baltimore since then. The progress that I see all over the world, and it's not enough. Don't get me wrong. It's not nearly enough, but it's progress. A lot of people today would kill if they had to be raised in Baltimore in the 40s. Where was I? I was looking for another song. I've got my metronome. I'll get this out of the way. Put this over here with my golf trophy. You've seen my golf trophy. I'm taller than you, he says. I'm starting to feel a little bit like the guy who played ukulele and sang "Tiptoe Through the Tulips." Izzy Putz or whatever his name was. A song. I had a list, and I'm going to do it. Somebody requested the following selection. Tomorrow. Okay. All right. There's one more song in my list sitting here. I see Duluth page 2, but I don't see Duluth page 1. Somebody requested the man from the couple from Duluth. That's what it was. The couple from Duluth. So now I try to save it over on the side here, but somehow I managed to take page 1 and put it back into my computer. So if you give me a second, because this song, I'm dying to see if I can sing this song again, because this has been the longest of all. Couple, C-O-U-P-L-E, couple, C-O-U-P-L-E, couple from Duluth, page 1. Here it is. Somebody requested the couple from Duluth, and by Jove, they're getting it. I'm sorry to make you people on Facebook seasick. You'll have to stand aside. Step aside. Step aside, sir. Stand down. Isn't that what they say? Stand down. I thought the shows would be getting smoother, but they're getting more chaotic than ever. Oh well. I'm up here singing my song, searching for the truth, when suddenly I noticed a couple from Duluth. They are sitting right up front and they're staring up at me. They don't understand a thing they hear or see. They are not accustomed to the kind of songs I sing. They are more accustomed to Perry, Frank, and Bing. No, they won't get up and leave. That wouldn't be polite. They're going to sit right there and stare at me all night. So I will do my best songs. I'll make them laugh. I'll make them cry. She's going through her pocketbook. He's playing with his tie. I will do my best songs, the stuff that never fails. He starts to click his nails. It's on days like this that I wish that I was selling shoes. Makes me understand why people take up drinking booze. I am up here singing, I am pouring out my soul. And he just wants to go someplace and bowl. And he's got the shoes on. I will look right through them. I will act like they're not there. I will just ignore her and that Kansas Dust Bowl stare. He can just go back to mending fences on the farm. Those evil looks won't do me any harm. It's on days like this I wish that I was pumping gas. I'll try hard not to say nothing nasty, crude, or crass. I am up here singing, I am spilling out my guts. Meanwhile, they just think I'm nuts. Soon my set is over, so much for the truth. Time to bid a fond farewell to the couple from Duluth. He walks over to me as his wife heads for the door. He says, we loved your stuff and We'll be back for more. Whoa-ho! He says we laughed and cried until our sides were sore. Huh? He said, we loved your stuff when he can't get enough and we're coming back tomorrow night. Coming back tomorrow night. Oh, we're coming back tomorrow night for sure. Oh, oh, oh. I stopped doing that song a long time ago. I don't know whether I'll keep doing it or not. I doubt it. Someone requested this song. This song needs an introduction. I was asked to go to Los Angeles to play a convention. And they asked me how much money did I want. And I said I wanted $10,000. They said, how's 500? Stop. Let me take these songs up there so I can see what's going on. I gotta take these songs off. Take this off. And at least I can see what everybody's seeing. I can see the comments. They said, I said 10,000. They said 500. So when I lowered my feet at 7,500, they thought about it, came back with 500. I decided my final fee, I wasn't going to go for less than $5,000. And we settled for 500. But they did get me a first class seat on TWA. That's how long ago this was. And they gave me a first class seat, and I walked in, sat down in first class, and a little white-haired gentleman walked in the plane and sat down right next to me. The plane was amazed. Everybody on the plane was looking at this little guy saying, oh my gracious goodness. He was live and in person right in front of us and sitting next to me. This is a true story. Take my seat aboard the plane, and what is this I see? A Leonard Bernstein comes aboard and sits right next to me. First class New York to LA, some things just work out right. I'll be sitting next to Leonard Bernstein this whole flight. Maybe I should just like I do not recognize him, be real cool and do my best not to antagonize him. Now we're rolling down the runway, next stop is LA. I am nonchalant like I ride next to Lenny every day. Naturally, I turn to him against my own advice, introduce myself and find that Lenny's very nice. Soon we start to chat and drink and talk about our lives. We talk about our children and our wives. But what a lovely fellow, what a lucky day. Me and Lenny side by side, New York to LA. Soon we're sitting, chatting, talking like the very best of pals. Talking music, life, and art, death, and root canals. Now he's interrupting me, but really that's okay. 'Cause he's a lovely fellow and he's got a lot to say. I recite some songs I wrote, he recites them back. For poetry and music, he seems to have a knack. He tells me that his new show closed and now he's feeling beat, and he's not used to dealing with defeat. But what a lovely fellow, what a lucky day. Me and Lenny side by side, New York to LA. He does a London Times crossword, 10 minutes and he's through. He does the puzzle with his pen. I do not have a clue. What an intellectual, but a warm and friendly guy. We talk about the world below as we sail through the sky. Finally, I feel the airplane starting to descend, and I know this lovely day is coming to an end. Put our trays and seat backs up just like you're supposed to do. Land and bid my friend a fond at you. But what a lovely fellow, what a lucky day. Me and Lenny side by side, New York to LA. What a lovely fellow, though really, I must say, I've not heard from Lenny since I left him in LA. Not a goddamn word from Lenny since I left him in LA, in LA, in LA, in LA. I got vocalized more. I think I'm not losing range. I think I'm just not vocalizing. Oh my God! Now I'm going to have to start vocalizing. Oh Lordy! I had a teacher. One time I reached a point. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I didn't have any middle range at all. I would go, and this whole area in here was gone. And I was singing my music in those days, and all of a sudden I didn't have any voice in the middle, nothing. Da 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 da. Oh, right where your passaggio. You know what your passaggio is? Does anybody know? It's when your voice right here, where the vibrations of your larynx switch over from one to twice as fast, and it's like on any string. It's like a harmonic note but right where my passaggio hit was where I couldn't sing. You feel it as you go up slowly. You get to a point where you have to really struggle to sing certain notes. And that's when your larynx, which is creating this, is deciding, oops, we're going to have to, there's much more air coming through, we're going to have to vibrate twice as fast. And that little decision time is called passaggio. And I lost the middle of my voice entirely. I don't know what reminded me of this. Oh, that's what it was. What I was just saying. I've got to start practicing singing. I do. I can see that. Because I'm losing range, and I don't think I'm really losing range. I think I'm just not practicing. So I had a teacher named, oh God, I can't think of her name. I hope she's not watching. Marge Rivingston. I think Marge Rivingston was her name. And boy, was she good. And she had me doing a wonderful exercise that would come up and take me into my into the area that I couldn't sing. And she would have me sing the word mellow. She'd go, mellow, 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 mellow. So we're just trying to get my voice back. And mellow, if you sing it to yourselves, is a very easy word on the voice. Mellow, mellow, mellow. And I would go mellow, mellow, mellow. So she was taking me down to the bottom. Mellow, 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 mellow. So I'd go mellow, mellow, and it started to come back. And it started coming back. And I worked my way all the way through my entire range. I don't know what it was, virus or something. I don't know. But now here I am today thinking, I've got to start doing mellow again. Mellow, 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 mellow. When I switched up the G in this song, I had trouble. He does the London Times crossword 10 minutes, and he said, what a lovely fellow. What a lucky day. What a lovely fellow. What a lucky day. Whoa. Maybe it is age. Although Tony Bennett can, at 90, whatever he is, can still hit those high notes. So I'm sure I'll get lots of opinions on this subject matter. But I've noticed recently that I'm losing a little range. And then another request was for my song that I dedicate to Mike Renzi. If anybody knows who let me see. This is not good. This guy's right in the middle. Let's put him over here. He's still not hiding. He still wants to be part of the show. He wants to be a part of it. Let him be in it. He said, after all. Mike Renzi, we used to go out into the into Central Park and look for UFOs. He really used to look for them. And I mean, he didn't doubt that they were there. He just went out to look for them. So I thought about it for quite a while, and finally wrote a song to Mike. And if you could hear Tomoko Ono's accompaniment on this song, you'd die. So you're just going to have to imagine a gorgeous. But I'm not going to be able to do it. They're coming to get me. The signs are very clear. They're coming to get me. The time is very near. 2 weeks ago, I saw them leaving Venus. And there's only 50 million miles between us. The signs are very clear. They'll soon be here. And they're coming to get me. They're coming to get me. There's no need for alarm. They're coming to get me. They will cause no harm. Listen, you can hear the cosmic clatter of neutron engines spewing antimatter. I can hear them in my room. I first heard them in the womb. They're coming to get me. They first came for me when I was small. My parents did not understand at all. I wished to go, but they would not let me, and that upset me. That upset me. They first came for me when I was small. My parents did not understand at all. I wished to go, but they would not let me. That upset me. It upset me. They're coming to get me and take me to their land. They're coming to get me. I hope you'll understand. They want to do experiments in breeding. Some genes and human chromosomes they're needing. Don't be shocked when I have disappeared. I volunteered, and they're coming to get me. It's 4 a.m. I'm outside on the lawn, waiting for the ships to come at dawn. I know you think I'm overzealous, but you're just jealous. And they're coming to get me. They're coming to get me. They're coming to It's fun to try to play that and fill out all the harmonic things missing with the bass, and then remember the lyrics. Well, that one I know. I've sung it for a long time, and I do it every show. Tony Bennett, who we all see a lot in New York because he comes to all of our shows. Any jazz musician in town knows Tony Bennett, and he told me that me and Lenny was he said that's just San Francisco. That's just San Francisco. He said. I go, really? Really? So yeah, he says, I hear it all the time on the radio. Oh, well, okay. He told me I always have to do that song, so I will. My wife was cleaning up and she found some interesting pictures. I mean, seeing as how we're in the house 112 hours a day, I found some stuff, and one is this a letter from the White House. I think, is that backwards? Can anybody see that? Anyway, it's Gerald Ford thanking me for coming and playing at the White House. Okay, it was nice. I liked it. I enjoyed it. And then here's another one I found from the White House when I went down there earlier, and it's signed from a guy who was David Parker, who was a big deal during the. Oh, I see. He was with Nixon, and that's what it was. I just figured it out. Oops, that's not a way to hold it. The White House from David Parker. I didn't show it to you guys. Sorry, but you see everything backwards anyway. So I should turn it like that. And I said, "What? I didn't play for Nixon. I never met Nixon ever." He was Ford. When Nixon left, he was part of Ford's situation. Here's speaking of Renzi. Here's a great picture. Mike and I playing for somebody. It probably was Mel Torme. It probably was. I don't remember when. Who would that have been for? Where was it? But God, am I young? I'm in my 40s there. So Mike and I are very much the same age. Probably with Mel Torme. Yeah, I've got words in front of me, so and that's Michael. He went on to become the musical director of Sesame Street for 15 years. And he's now, here's a great picture. Here's one you'll like. That's for Anita O'Day. And she says, to Jay, my all-time favorite. There you go. That's it. With love, Anita O'Day, 9/28/77. 43 years ago. Trust me, that's what it says. My all-time favorite. I'm taking her at her word. I'm not doubting it. And here's some pictures you found. Me with Marion McPartland. Now that was in the early 70s. This is because I worked with Marion in the early 70s, and that was it. And here's the one I like. Here's the one I saved till last because I like it so much. It's this was taken in Toronto with Tony Bennett in 73, something like that. So that would be almost 50 years ago. And this is obviously me here. It's Tony in the middle. I'll show you guys too. There should be a way for me to use one camera to go to both Facebook and to YouTube, and I probably will figure that out soon. But that's Tony in the middle. John Bunch is here. He was Tony's musical conductor, and he was also in the trio. Oh, I forgot to mention. I'll get to that. John Bunch. And back here, sitting back here, is Ruby Braff. And I remember the moment that picture was taken. It was something interesting had happened, and something, and we all laughed. Here, let me show you. Can you see it? John Bunch, me, Tony. This is 77, 76, maybe no, 73, 74, something like that. Joe Cacuzo is not in the picture, but he was the drummer. I don't see his picture. And this is in Toronto. Isn't that a nice picture? And that's my my wife, seeing as how we're both at home, we're going through pictures, going through the. Just found them, and I've got to figure out where to put them because I've got a lot of pictures on the wall. But that'll be all right. I'll be fine. I'll find a place for it. Love your negotiating skills. Thank you, my favorite Lenny. In the middle of, it's the middle range, and how about in the Middle Ages? Oh, life in the Middle Ages. Middle range. Somebody say that. Any Ben Sidran stories? No, I just worked with Ben once. What the pictures, Janine, right? They are great. I love them. No, I have no Ben. I worked with Ben once. Did something with him, but he's we barely know each other, to tell you the truth. Barely know each other. I'm going to take a little time and see who's over here on YouTube. Pat Senator is watching. Hi, Pat. See what crap you can get away with on YouTube. On the internet, you can just bore people to death, and it's all right. They don't have anything better to do. They're stuck in their houses. Valerie Leonhart, display. I don't know. Yes, display screensaver. Yes, display screensaver. Never. Display. My sister has saved the day. Display screen never. Display. Displays. Display. Airplane. Show mirroring option. Color. Display. Default for display. Scale. Automatically adjust brightness. I don't see any never up there, Carolyn, about. Color. Display. Brightness. Automatically adjust brightness. Default for display. I don't have a never. I don't have a never. If anybody knows how to do it. Scale brightness. No, it's not there. Alan Jaffe is watching. Hi, Alan. Chris Smith. I'm here, Jay. Were you here for the applause? You're supposed to be here for the applause, Chris. John DeMarco. Love it. Brendan Marks is watching. Good. Ned White. All right, I'll get to everybody. I'm going to do one more song, and then I'll close on the Facebook and say hello to everybody. If you're still there, if not, the song has a sad relevance now. It's a lot of interesting conversation on. I'm sorry, there's actually a way. There's a lot of interesting conversation going on about this on the YouTube people. They're being slightly scandalous about it. I mean, it's the things they're saying about this lovely trophy. That's all right, and they're having a lot of fun with it. And there's a way. I even saw a way that there could be a way to split the screen so that you all could watch each other's screens too. I'm going to work on that. Somebody requested Middle Ages. Nick Nabe. Hi, Nick. Hi, Renee. How you doing? You're over here. How are you? Is everything all right down there? Oh, yes. I meant to mention Bucky Pizzarelli. Bucky Pizzarelli passed away recently from, he was 94, and I'm told he had coronavirus, which is, you're certainly not going to do well. And I got a lovely message from John Pizzarelli. And, this is one of these things that I worked a lot with Bucky. I went to Europe with him. We played all through the 90s. We played 8 weeks a year. Trophy. I know that, and I have not said it. I know that. Well, and that's a problem. Every time I looked at the trophy, I noticed the same thing. But uh, I'll think about saying that. But people can see it. But Bucky, I worked a great deal with him, and became a very close friend. We traveled Europe all through the '90s together. John Bunch and Bucky and myself. And my favorite story about Bucky was that I was not drinking. I was not drinking. I had stopped drinking when I was in my 20s, and I just knew that from my family, from my parentage, drinking was not a good idea for me. So I stopped. But I started going on the road with Bucky and John, and we were riding in a car one day in a bus. We had a bus, a van we leased, and Bucky and John, afternoon or about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, would have a little corn, which is a German light whiskey. I don't know what it was. So John would pass it to Bucky. Bucky would pass it to John. Bucky would pass it back to me. I said, "No, Bucky." And Bucky just said, "Drink it. Drink it." I did. I had a little taste of it, and I was a member of the crew after that. It was good. It didn't turn me back into a raving alcoholic, but Bucky's just, I didn't want to hear any crap. Drink it. He was a wonderful man. Loved Bucky very much. And his loss will grow on me. I know that's how these things work. Tell you what, it's 8:10. I've worked hard enough. I'm not going to do any more songs. I'm going to bid you all goodbye with that. And we will. I'll see you tomorrow. I may work this out where both computers, both will be on one screen, but I doubt it because it seemed complicated. But I'll try. We'll see. All right. Goodbye to the YouTube crowd. Steve, thanks for a great. Well, thank you. Thank you, Bill, for your observations. I'm glad you noticed that. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Say goodbye, everybody. End stream. Down by the old end stream. Okay.